What's going on? What's going on, my co-creators? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? It's getting late, but I wanted to shoot a vid right quick. Contact, confirmation, just touch base with my people, my co-creators. Welcome to the Co-Creation Nation. This is Adib. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great evening, a great morning, whenever you watch this, great afternoon, whatever. Um, I was talking to actually one of my clients. I'm such a I'm such an introvert, but when I get around people, I open up. It's just I like to stay to myself, but once I start interacting, it just pops, and I just start opening up. So I was talking to one of my clients, and um and I don't share everything that I share on these videos with in my business for obvious reasons. I just don't. I mean, if somebody finds out about my videos that's on their own time, I just don't. I don't broadcast it. I don't say, "Oh, go look at me over here. Don't go check me out over here." I don't do all that. So most of my clients don't even know my stances on certain things and all that stuff. I mean, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to change people or influence people or whatever. That's not my goal. But I talk a lot with some of them, and she was like, "How do you?" Because she'll tell me about stuff going on in her life or whatever, and I'll give like a little feedback. And you talking to somebody for a couple of years, they start to see like, damn, everything you said that was gonna happen with that situation, it happened. And I said, yeah. And then she'll be like, well, damn, everything you were saying, what was going on with this person or with that job, that happened. I said, yeah. And she was like, oh, are you psychic? I said, no. I mean, I'm not consciously psychic. I mean, we all have psychic abilities, but I haven't been sharpening my psychic tools. But we all have those abilities. Don't think that you don't. So I'm not consciously psychic. That's not something I'm like trying to enhance directly, but maybe indirectly. But no, I told her. I don't think I told her this, but I think I just told her no, I'm not psychic. But I was thinking, I was like, man, you don't have to be a genius to figure out how people are going to react and how things are going to play out. All you got to do is have a little bit of wisdom, and you don't have to earn this wisdom. All you got to do is keep living, and you're going to learn some things about people just automatically. If you pay attention enough, if you've been around on this planet for a few decades at least, there's certain things you should just know. If you don't know them, then you purposely just not paying attention. And so to be so-called psychic, you just got to pay attention to people and how they react to things. Pay attention to trends. I said the other day, don't follow trends, but you got to pay attention to them. And you have to always have a very skeptical mind. And I kind of went in on this the other day. I did a video called "Everything Is a Lie," and that's literally how you have to look at the world. Now, some people will say, "Oh, you're being pessimistic, you're negative, you're looking at the worst and everything." No, there is a certain finesse. There's a finesse to knowing that everything is a lie. You gotta approach every situation and take the individuals as they are, but you gotta look at the big picture as to who they're associated with, what's driving them, and then you'll see how to play and work within the situation. You gotta understand there's people that's a part of the lie, the gimmicks, the fakeness of this world. They don't know they're a part of it. You can't go around and condemning people and being negative toward people. You just got to be aware of the system that you live in. I am aware that I live in a world that's full of fakeness, fake news, fake food, fake everything, fake jobs. I mean, you know how many people have jobs that don't even freaking mean anything? They're so useless. It's just keeping you busy where you don't have time to think about what's really going on in this world. Everything is a distraction, folks. And so, no, I'm not psychic. I just pay attention and understand human nature because I've been living in this human body for years now. And so I understand. And if you pay attention, if you understand human nature, and if you question everything, if not, you don't have to be vocal. Just question it in your head. Be skeptical about everything. And it's pretty easy to predict how certain things are going to go. You'll be a prophet without even trying because things start to get obvious. It's hard to understand this world if you trust this world. You have to be, you have to just learn how to live in it, but not be of it. You know, you can live in this world, but not be of this world. That's the key. And you always got to have two minds. You got to have the mind of, yes, everything's good. Yeah, everybody loves this and everybody means what they say. Everybody's on the same page with this, and that. You can have that mind. But at the same time, you always have to understand that there's another system at work. There's another system at work. And it's not like you have to go after people and demonize people and give people a hard time for being a part of certain systems, but just know that these systems have been put in place a long time ago. Just like I said the other day, every single institution has been infiltrated. There is nothing pure on this earth that is organized. Everything that's pure is within your heart. You have to make decisions as you go along. You have to pay attention. You have to know, discern, just be aware. You might want to take a ride with some stuff that you know is not all good, but just know it's not all good. And then when it's time to bail, you bail out. You don't stick with it. It's not that complicated, folks. But the only thing you need to know is that everything is a lie. Everything is a gimmick. Everything is a distraction. You have to accept that. Once you accept that fact, then you can start maneuvering in this world like a boss. And you keep it to yourself. You ain't got to go around, telling everybody, oh, this fake, that name, this name, that. You ain't got to be like me. Just know that. And you will be so much more successful if you take the faith out of this world and put it within you. You got to believe in you. Stop looking for external things or beings or institutions or clubs, all this political, Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative. Stop looking outside for that. Look within for your peace. Stop looking for groups and for organizations. Just know who you are and pay attention to what you like and what you want and what you love, what feels good to you. It's not that complicated to come off as somebody that's psychic. Now, I'm pretty sure there's some people that's like really psychic. They do some things that I don't even understand. I'm not even interested in understanding really. But if you want to be like an oracle where you can kind of see things coming and predict things, all you got to do is just pay attention to your heart for once. Pay attention to what feels good to you. If it don't feel good, pay attention and note it. You don't have to always go against everything going on around you, but just know, okay, that didn't feel right. and let's just see where this goes. If it's something that's ridiculous, then nah, you don't go along with it. But if it's something that seems a little, I don't know, pay attention to your heart. Your heart is there for a reason. We're not here to like take all these from these authorities or from these groups or from this and that. We're not here to do all that. We're here to think for ourselves, folks. You know, it don't take much to come off as a psychic person. Just think for yourself. Pay attention to what feels good and what doesn't. Pay attention to human nature. What's been going on? What have you seen in the past? It's not that difficult. It's not that complicated. It's really not. And you have to question. You have to not trust anything that you see on the news. You have to not trust anything that your supervisor telling you. Like when I used to work for people, oh, they used to have a hard time with me. Oh, from now on we gotta do this, this, and that. I'm like, why? What's the reason? Explain to me why this is necessary. Because if it didn't make sense, I wasn't doing it. You have to question everything. I mean, there's times where you pick your battles, but you got to always be in the mindset of this world is always here to deceive me. This world is out here to deceive me. This world is out here to sell me a gimmick, to confuse me, to mislead me, to depower me. That is the mindset you got to have. And don't say you're a victim. You're not a victim. That's just the mindset you have to have. That's where you start. You start at the point where people are just going to say what their boss told them to say. And then you go from there. Always question everything. Don't just take the word from the person above you, or I hate saying above you. That sounds like you're not worthy. But whatever somebody tells you, you know, if it's not too inconvenient, I guess you can go along with it. But just note it and be like, okay, I'm letting it slide because it's not really pushing me too far for where I'm trying to go. But just know, you come at me with some more stuff that's going to inconvenience me, we're going to have a problem. And you need to explain and make it make sense. We need to question every single detail. We need to trust no one. Do not trust authorities. Do not trust any of it. Don't trust your damn mate. I'm not saying you don't trust them as far as, you know, they're going to do something crazy to you, but understand human nature. People are human beings. People make mistakes. People have desires. People go off kilter. You got to understand human beings. You can't just trust. Never just trust. Be peaceful, be kind, be patient, but never just trust. We don't understand how much work has been put into us, into deception of the populace. There's so much I want to tell y'all. There's so much information that I've soaked up over the years. And happened gradually, thankfully. I mean, some people right now, with everything going on in the world, they're getting hit with bam right in their face. I got a gradual learning of how this world works. And I remember, I don't even know how I got turned on to this, but I was trying to just figure out why people do what they do. And some kind of way I ran across this guy. You really, really need to look this dude up. His name is Edward Bernays. Edward Bernays. Let me see if I can grab it. I want to like give you the spelling of his name. Oh man, hold on, let me look it up right quick, my people. Give me a second. I usually don't do this. Yes, Edward Bernays, Bernays. This guy, Edward Bernays, was an Austrian American pioneer of the field of public relations and propaganda, referred to in his obituary as the father of public relations. Bernays was named one of the 100 influential Americans of the 21st century. This guy, he changed the way Americans act, the way they think, the way they spend their money, the way they spend their time. And I'm not saying that he came up with all these ideas himself, but he was the spokesperson. He the one that promoted it. And if you look into this, just look into this guy. And his uncle was Sigmund Freud. Imagine that. I'm gonna leave it right there, folks. Peace.